The challenge to get children to read in the day and age of tablets and phones is often difficult, but making it fun and engaging is a way to take them off their screens. That's why the York Explore Library are now running a Viking-style reading challenge. It aims to encourage young kids to read a number of books, all with a historical context that can make reading fun while teaching them about York's past. And Francis from the library, who's helping to run it, explained more.
So as the children's librarian, I work with various partners, and every year we do 2 reading challenges, one in the summer to keep children reading over the summer holidays, but then we work with the York Viking Centre to run a reading challenge that runs up to the York Viking Festival, which is in February next year. So we always start in October and go through to early January, and we encourage children to read 4 books. We like to ask them to try and make it on a historical theme, but we're quite loose on how we do that. So, I mean, they could read something like a proper Viking book, or any other kind of history book. They might want Romans or something like that. But, you know, children, if the little ones want to do it, they could read fairy tales, legends, anything like that. But the main thing is that we want them to have fun reading, so really choosing something that they'll really enjoy, and that's part of our job, is to help them to find those books so that they'll really enjoy it.
She then explained how the scheme will be fun and engaging for the kids.
So what they do is they come to the library and sign up, and when they do, we'll give them one of these cards, and then every time they come back and tell us about a book, we'll give them a sticker. And this year they're all animal themed stickers, so the animals that you would have found around a Viking house. So there's a cockerel, a goat, a pig and a rat. And when you've got all of those 4, you then get a bonus sticker, which this year is the dog, and you will get a certificate like this one, and you'll get a voucher to get you free into the York Viking Centre. I mean, York's such a fantastic place for history. I mean, we have got so much, haven't we? And I think it's just, I mean, I find myself, I like reading historical crime, and I learn a bit about the history, but I have fun reading at the same time. So, you know, it's a good way to mix what you're doing. So you're learning as well as you're reading, and, you know, enjoying both bits of it.
A local Viking was also on hand to explain their role in the scheme and explain how learning about York's past can be entertaining for kids.
I think especially getting different perspectives on the Vikings is an essential thing, because a lot of the time we tend to just focus on the narrative that they are more barbaric, that they are more savage. But when you start reading different accounts, you realise that there's actually a little bit more to it. And I think it's brilliant to develop your knowledge and have different bases for what you think about the Vikings, you know. I mean, some of the adventures in the myths are very exciting to read about, you know, the adventures of Thor and Loki and what they're doing in Jotunheim. You know, I think it's all very exciting for children. You can visualise it, especially with, you know, the depictions of the Norse gods in the modern films and whatnot. It's very easy for them to see it as it's happening, and I think that makes it exciting, like with any storytelling experience.
The way that children can earn rewards for each book they read is a shrewd way to keep their engagement levels high and show that hard work pays off. And if they're having fun and learning while they're at it, it sure will open all sorts of new chapters for the younger population in the area. Rory Ward, That's TV.